Hey, we did it.
And we're live.
What's going on, everybody?
What up, YouTube family?
Gosh, it's been forever since I've been able to put anything out. This feels pretty good.
I agree. This is it's nice to finally talk to the fans,
dude. And,
the peeps.
I appreciate you having me. Like, it's been obviously, like, I came here one time when I moved back home, but like other than that, it's been like 2 years since I've been in this house. And like,
been a long time.
Dude, we used to go crazy back in the day.
If only people knew, though.
Yeah. Anyways, all right, let's get started, man.
Let's get this going, people. Can we see them comment if they comment?
I don't know.
Show comment?
Somebody drop a comment.
Somebody drop a comment. We want to see what you got to say.
I want to see how this works because I've never gone live on YouTube before.
Interesting. That is funny, though. It wouldn't let you do it on your phone.
Yeah.
You just tell them that's kind of
Apparently, you have to have 1,000 subscribers to go live on your phone. And obviously, I'm a nobody, so here I am on my MacBook.
Oh, yeah, look. Hey, guys. So happy to be tuned in.
Madison, I appreciate you.
What's her name? Madison. Shout out to Madison. What? So anyways.
Yep, let's get into it.
We should let the people know how we met. Back in LA of LaGrange. Yeah. Mutual friends, mutual people.
Mutual people, for sure. And it was like a weird rocky road of like just detours. I don't want to get like too far into it, but like, you know, detours. Hey, not talking whatever. Like, finally came full circle. I remember the first time I saw you and I was like, this guy. Diego, what's happening, my man? I appreciate you. I remember
What up, Diego?
I remember the first time I met you. Well, first, I don't even think I met you that day. I think I just saw you from a distance and I was like, this guy kind of looks like a bitch.
But I remember getting told that too. Because then the next time I saw you was at that pay-per-view watch party. And I didn't want to go near you because I was like, he thinks I'm a bitch.
Oh my God. And then here we are doing this freaking podcast. What's up, Disney?
I forgot like what was the moment that like kind of broke the ice. Maybe it was coming to my wrestling show, maybe. I don't know.
Probably it was either a wrestling show or probably just a pay-per-view watch party.
Diego said that's how the best friend starts.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just like, I hate this guy. And then here we are doing this.
Nerd.
But yeah, that was like October, November of 18, I want to say, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. And then
that was a long time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I remember, gosh, dude, just so much. So much that.
Those winter storms.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that, like going and getting pizza with Tanner.
Just for a coffee. Yeah. When there's a level 3 winter storm warning out.
Yeah, like if you go outside, you're pretty much going to die. And then Tanner and I are like, all right, let's go get pizza. So
Twice.
Let's walk to the gas station and get some pizza. So, yeah, that was, it's kind of like how everything started. That's kind
of funny, though, that that's how it started.
Yeah, and then you came up to Bowling Green a couple of times, right?
Yeah. That one time with Noah. And then we're walking back.
Oh, God.
And we see the Taco Bell line.
Yo.
And you're like, who wants to fucking fight me? Come on. Come on. Because, like, we walked past.
Drunk me would never.
We walked past people, and they called us, like, a bitch under their breath. Do you remember that? And you're like,
oh, yeah.
Who you calling a bitch?
I forgot all about that, dude. Yeah, they were just, we were, like, they were drunk, we were drunk. Like, obviously, we were, having a good time at Bowling Green, but yeah, I just remember, like, a couple kids, like, said something under their breath, and I'm like, who wants to go right now? I swear to God, I'll knock you out and talk about parking lot. But, yeah, Diego, by the way, this is Christian. I know that, like, Diego streams on Twitch, and shout out to him. Diego lives in Florida. It's probably a lot nicer there than it is in Ohio. But yeah, don't mind us, by the way. Be smashing on this Chipotle while we do this podcast.
So good. So good.
But yeah, so that friendship led into, like, I remember the first time that things, like, we didn't really talk during that Blossom concert. But, like, I remember that's kind of like when I felt like things were going to kind of, like, go back to what it was. And
oh, you're talking about the
Florida Georgia Line concert?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. That was a good concert, besides Tanner's hiccups the whole time.
Yeah, dude. That car ride. No. Okay, so he had them the whole day, okay? And he's like, I just can't get rid of these. And he finally got rid of them. Okay, they were gone for hours. And, we're driving to Blossom, and all of a sudden hiccups. He's like, oh, no. It just wouldn't stop the rest of the night. He had, like, two. It's crazy, dude. He had hiccups for, like, days.
Yeah, it was like weeks on end.
Yeah.
Nonstop hiccups. I felt bad for the kid.
I couldn't imagine. Oh my gosh.
And then the next day we moved back, like this. So for anybody that doesn't know, sometime in August of 2019, I went to a Florida Georgia Line concert, and then the very next day at 7 a.m. got up, packed up my stuff, and moved to Bowling Green. And that was awful. So, I mean, obviously that was like a really good time in my life, but at the time I'm like, dude, I'm not in any state to be moving all my stuff 2 hours away. Yeah. But yeah, dude, fall of 19 was, and it sucks because I transferred to Bowling Green in 2019. So like fall of 19 was a blast. I got to work with the football team, which I'm sure we'll talk about that. Got to meet a whole lot of people from like all over the place. That all go to Bowling Green, and then end of the semester we do like a couple weeks of the spring semester, and it's like you get sent home because of the pandemic. And dude, it was just I don't know, it made me mad because I was like, I could have just gotten the same experience that the people at LCC are getting, people at a community college are getting, because everybody's online right now. It sucks, but
I couldn't imagine that. I cannot imagine, especially for people with like their first year in college, their first year experience.
Yeah, that was my first experience, like away from home, doing my own thing at college, and then I'm there for a semester, and then it's gone, man. But oh well. I'm ready to be back, though. That's for sure.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Are you going back the same house?
No, so I actually got out of that lease.
Oh, that's good. I remember talking about that.
Yeah, so I got out of that lease. I still don't know if it's like that apartment complex has been such a problem, and I don't know if it's still my lease to take care of in the fall or not. I have no idea, but yeah, I don't know. We'll try to figure that out. I do have to go back sometime in like December or January. And obviously, I don't think I'll be allowed back at that apartment complex after the, hassle and the finagle of trying to get out of that lease. But yeah, I'm gonna be, now that Tanner and Kyle and Pete are gone, I'm gonna be kind of like just like, hey, I need a 1-bedroom, like just a 1-bedroom place just for me. So, but yeah, I'm kind of. It's good to be home, but it's also gonna be exciting to
go back. Yeah,
back in BG.
You still going to Georgia?
I am.
Was it a vacation or is it like
just a vacation this time around? Last year was like 2 months of working with Tanner, working with that baseball team, just as like a bartender, and it's like such a different lifestyle down in Georgia. It's crazy.
All right, I want to see. So I had to go to Georgia to have that meeting with Cody and all them, right? Do you? What is your opinion of like the drivers down in Georgia?
They're slow.
Really? Yeah. Oh my god, dude! For me, it was wild. Like I was on the highway and they're just zooming, dude. Really? I mean, no turn signals, no nothing, just back and forth the lanes. I mean, I guess I can see why you meant slow, like in the city. But for me, driving on the highway with them people, oh my god,
you're
man.
one of them grandma drivers.
It was
like
wild.
Playing on the horn, get out of my way,
dude. I can't tell you how many people. And this happened today. I'm not kidding either. Like, okay, how much faster over the speed limit do you go when you're in the fast lane?
You gotta go at least 10.
Okay, well,
What?
Okay, I swear to God, this has happened to me, like,
Diego.
dude.
Come to Florida, there will be a massive culture shock. We aim to run over people here.
Dude, for me, within the past like 4 months, this has happened to me 3 times. Okay, and it happened to me today. So I'm in the fast lane, okay, and I go maybe 6 or 7. I'm a big cruise control guy, so I'll cruise control going 6 or 7 over. And every single time, a person will pass me up and flip me off out of their window, just out like this. Every time. I don't know why.
Because
it happened to me
going
today.
6 over.
It happened to me today, and I'm just like, well,
that's enough causation for me to take both hands off the wheel just to flip you off.
So, I'm like, I don't know if that happens to anybody else, but it happens to me so often. Like, that shouldn't happen, and it does. It's ridiculous.
God, I'm so damn stupid. I just spilled so much cola.
That story was just so good.
But yes, like
you put jumping beams in your bowl.
Right? Yeah, literally everywhere. But if you go like 6 over, Christian, I'm probably gonna hit the horn a little bit.
Dude, just like flip me off. I'm like, oh my! I'm gonna get to the middle lane now.
I don't know if it was like maybe just where I was at in Georgia, but I felt like everybody was like relatively slow driving, and I was probably considered like that asshole kid with Ohio license plates.
Do I get all this fucking guy?
Yeah, but I also know that like Florida drivers are supposedly crazy, so I'm sure that Diego can attest to that.
Another crazy thing I saw in Georgia, I was at the Walmart there, and the Walmart was like a tiny place, but it was like a big Walmart, but no parking lot. I was like, what the hell? But you go under to the parking garage. They have like an underground parking garage.
To a Walmart?
Yes. No, it gets better. You get in, you go up the escalator, right? Yeah. And I got my stuff in the cart, like my food for the weekend, and I'm like, okay, well, how am I going to get this cart down? They had an escalator for the cart itself. You just hook it in, and it hooks up, and it goes down.
Bro, what part of Georgia were you in?
It was some 2032 stuff. Like, I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, and the Walmart lady, she like hates her job, but she's like, I was so happy to do it.
Dude, all we get at our Walmart is like the little local crackheads coming up to me and asking if I got like 52 cents.
Your change, a cigarette bin, come on. I need a lighter.
But yeah, Georgia's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm going down there for just vacation this time around. I'm gonna be staying in Savannah and going out to Tybee Island for a little bit.
When are you supposed to go to that?
It's gonna be beginning of June, like June 9th, I think, is when we're leaving. When we're heading down.
You're driving.
I am. I think I'm gonna leave at like 2 in the morning and get there at like 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So yeah, beach bod is still a work in progress. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, if anybody's like ever watched any of the YouTube channel videos, by the way, I want to apologize for the lack of content because my MacBook just decides to not work at times, and that's super.
Because they get the New Year models, they want you to buy the New Year models. So dumb.
Yeah, like broke college kid.
Like, you think I got $1,200 to spend every year on a MacBook? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's not. So yeah, iMovie's not really working at the moment, so putting anything else a little bit of a hassle at the moment, but I was happy.
Only reason why I got my MacBook is because of the Joe Biden stimmy.
Ooh.
That's it.
I think I'm still kind of sitting on that stimmy, like just kind of grabbing it out a little bit, watch it grow. But that was definitely part of the plan for a minute. I was like, I might go out and get me a MacBook just because, but changed the mind. Keep rocking out with what we got for a little bit longer. Florida drivers are crazy because everyone retires here and makes it tough.
That is true. That is true. I didn't think about that.
I didn't think about that either. Yeah. I don't know if I had some like 85-year-old man in front of me on the road, I'd probably get a little crazy.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So let's talk about what you're going to Georgia for. Let's
Well,
talk about that.
I just got this. And this is what I've been waiting for like 3 months now. Because this was going to be my confirm if I'm going or not. But so I needed $5,000. No, $4,500 to be able to pay for my thing. And my dad's got like a union program.
Where's your mom at? Right there.
Yeah, they got a union program where like if you're doing like some kind of school, which I'm doing like it's not really like a college school, but it's like a wrestling school. So I had to go through so much stuff to get like information showing that it's like legit. But it's $4,500, so I got approved for $3,000. So I talked to the lady when I went and had a meeting up there. I could do payment plans and stuff. So I'll be going up there. The first class starts July 5th. So I'm thinking I pay for my apartment the end of June and then just go there right after 4th of July, you know?
Yeah.
And I do a 12-week camp. And then this is how he told me, okay? He's like, okay, so after the 12 weeks, we're going to tell you if you're good or not. He's like, if you're good, we're going to ask you to stay. If you're not, we're going to tell you it's not for you. So, I mean, I guess I'm just...
So you're going down there for 3 months, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be, you don't know what's happening after, what would that be? September, July?
Yeah.
September?
So I go, yeah. So
you don't know, like, you literally could still be staying in Georgia.
Mhm.
Or if you're just making a drive back to Ohio.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, so after 12 weeks, we'll tell you if you're good or not. So either they're going to ask me to stay. So if they ask me to stay, then I train for a year there. And then afterwards, I do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And if they ask me not to stay, then obviously I'm coming back home and my wrestling dream's over.
Wow.
I'm not.
That's one way to put it.
But, like, I don't know. I guess this is, like, a way to tell me if I'm, like, actually got any potential at all. Because, like, he's like, well, we're going to see. Like, he's like, 3 months, your body can change so much in 3 months. They put you on, like, a nutrition plan. You have to work out, like, because we're training 6 days a week. He's like, 3 of those days you're going to be, like, working out nonstop.
Yeah.
And he's like, 3 months can change your body, so I'm not even worried about that. He's like, but, like, if you're good or not, we'll tell you to stay or not. So I guess I just wait.
Yeah, no, I
for
can,
them to.
I can definitely vouch for that. Like, 3 months can definitely change somebody's body. That's it. That's, I guess, like a pretty decent transition point. Like going back in, what was that? It was like September, October. I was living with Pete, Tanner, Kyle, everybody out back in Georgia. Or not Georgia, wow. Bowling. Diego said, dude, Chris say wrestling, what kind? Like WWE, the other kind?
WWE.
Yeah, more like WWE style. And I'll tell you what, this kid's really good. Like, I've got videos of him doing like steel cage matches.
Speaking of steel cage, dude, remember when I messed my shoulder up?
Yeah.
That's why I have the torn AC tear. That's from that.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So I've been going with it for a long time.
And I'm starting to think that's like, yeah, I mean, you and I both have shoulder problems. You got the torn AC and I got the torn labrum. And it's just not fun. Not having a good time. But yes, Diego, to answer your question, be like WWE type of wrestling. But what I was saying was like back in September, October, I'm living with those guys. And, like, I weighed myself one day and I'm like, dude, I'm just not happy with where I'm at. I'm not proud of this. I know that this isn't me. So at the time, I just quit drinking completely because that kind of almost became it needs to happen. Like, this is your social life. This is the way for you to have friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to drink on the weekends. And it got really bad. So I cut that out of my life and just started to eat right and get back in the gym. And, like, over 3 months, I had lost, like, 20-something pounds. And I'm down to, like, 25, I think, now. So, like, I can definitely vouch for that. 3 months is going to change you a lot, for sure.
That's how a lot of my friends are. You know that, JoJo.
Yeah.
Like, that's like they have to do it. You know, if they don't, then it's not having fun at all.
Yeah, and it was like really bad. And I used it as like a.
That's kind of how like we were able to like break the ice though, because you went through that with like back then your first group of friends. You know what I'm talking about? When you would just drink every weekend and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you told me about that because that's how I was. And then when we all started hanging out, like you, me, Tanner, all them.
Yeah.
We weren't like we didn't drink at all. Like we would just, except for that one time when drink tile vomit, but
yeah.
other than that, like we didn't have to do that to have fun, you know?
Yeah, we just kind of like found our ways to have fun, and it didn't need to revolve around alcohol. And I used it as like a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for a little bit, like. So I'm sure whoever's watching, anybody that's watching, knows that 2020 I went through like a really bad breakup, and that's kind of like what started the weight gain. The weight gain for me getting up to like what I was. Went through a pretty bad breakup, and like I turned to alcohol really often, and like it was. I remember sitting down with. I'm getting like very open about this right now, and I don't know why, but I am. But like I sat down with Pete one weekend, and I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm just living to make it to the weekend right now, and I know that that's not healthy for me. Like I'm surviving the school week to get to the weekend to hang out with people and to drink and just kind of like forget what's going on. And then like that's when the pandemic hits as well. So it's like you're locked in the house. Well, you're putting on weight because you were drinking. Now you're locked in the house. You ain't got nowhere to go, and yeah, that like really messed me up, and kind of like what led to me going to Georgia inevitably. Like I was like, I need a job. Nobody at home is going to hire me for 3 months just for me to leave and go back to Bowling Green. So I went to Georgia, and their season ended perfectly in time for me to come back up to Bowling Green, and it was just a way for me to meet new people. I'm really glad I did that. I was very hesitant at first. Georgia's like, I love being down there, but I don't think I ever told you this. So Tanner and I get down there. It's the first day. It's like 8 o'clock. We just drove 12 hours. It's like 8 o'clock, and we show up to our host family's house, and they're like, I'm unloading all my bags, and this is the same host family that Tanner had stayed at the summer before, working with that same baseball team, and the host dad, Mr. Kosader.
Oh, I think you told me this.
I might have.
I think you told me this like the day it happened. I was like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I'm like, Mr. Kosader, if you're watching this, I got a little beef with you over this.
Everybody put hashtag.
So I'm like grabbing the rest of my bags, coming in the house, and he's like, Tanner, like he's like, am I gonna have to get on you to start eating more because he's like, you're looking a lot skinnier. And then Tanner's like, oh no, I'm fine. And he looks at me. I've known this guy for 20 minutes. Looks at me and he says, I can tell that's not going to be the case for the other one. And I was like, really? I will drive back to Ohio right now.
Nice knowing you guys. See you later.
Oh my God. I was like, we're off to a great start in Georgia, man. But
that's wild, man. I couldn't imagine. That's kind of like the old folks, like the old fashioned way to talk to people like they don't care.
Yeah.
You know,
I had no problem eating the rest of his food in his house the rest of the summer. But yeah, all right, let's move on. What else you got?
I remember being like 12 years old, and our neighbor was really old, and he had like there was like a storm or whatever, and he had like a bunch of branches in his yard. And I'm outside like playing, doing whatever, and he comes up to me in my driveway and he goes, hey, how about you make yourself useful and clean up my yard? And I remember I got so mad at that comment. Like, I just went inside, I like slammed the door, and I'm like, Dad, this dude just told me to make myself useful, like I'm not useful. And my dad told me, he's like, well, that's just the way old people talk or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, oh God, that pissed me off so bad. Like, I don't know why, but
oh yeah.
It was so funny that happened. I remember that. I was so pissed at that guy. I didn't help him clean up his branches, by the way. I stayed inside. Oh, no. Yeah. At that point, I'm just like, yep, you have fun with what you're doing. Oh, my gosh. So, anyways, wow. You know, I like to say I've watched people do podcasts before, and they'll start with like how many viewers, and like 20 minutes in they'll lose viewers. Bro, we've got a solid number for 25 minutes.
I know.
Ain't nobody left this
It's pretty solid.
podcast. Hello.
Almost a half hour in. Watch it. The Dolphins are gonna leave.
I know, right? 0.
By the way, this is I don't know if I said this already, but this is not a Chipotle sponsored stream.
No, fuck Chipotle.
Yeah, if you're not giving Chipotle, give us money and then we'll put your product out here. But right now, I'm eating off camera.
So I have to put like tape over this.
Right. So you're obviously going to Georgia.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of which, I have so this is funny. So I told my AIW coach, my shoulder's messed up. And AIW is like it's a wrestling promotion, but it's like the biggest one in Cleveland or in Ohio. So like it's not WWE, but it's like underground, and it's the biggest one in Ohio. And I've been training there for a little bit. But I told my coach, I'm like, yeah, I messed up my shoulder and everything. And a few days later, I get a message from this other wrestler, Derek Dillinger. You know who he is? Derek Direction, the dude who's like, he faced Atticus in the cage match.
then yeah, I should know.
Yeah, but me and him became like really close lately, and so he messages me. He's like, "Yo, so this Thursday and Friday, AIW is doing their first show back, like since COVID happened, so it's gonna be huge. Like it sold out like an hour." And he's like, "So we want you to be on the Friday show." And he's like, "I know you say your shoulders hurt, but and before he even finished that sentence, I texted him back. I'm like, KT, tape this motherfucker up. I'm coming out, baby." He laughed so hard because he called me about it. And he laughed so hard. He thought that was so funny. But yeah, so I'm probably going to be on the Friday show this Friday. It's kind of scramble or something like that. But
there you go.
it's just so funny. He's like, "Yeah, I know your shoulder messed up and everything. So if you don't want the opportunity, it's not there." I'm like, "Bullshit.
No, we're doing it."
KT, tape this motherfucker up." But I got that Friday. And then I got the Kalahari show June 4th, which it sucks because I haven't done shows like at all. I've done, and it's so weird for me because I've done them like every weekend back then. But I got the Kalahari show and I had TV tapings. Which speaking of which, so the TV tapings like premiered or whatever, and our Venmo pops up. So like fans watching can Venmo us. Dude, this dude Venmoed me $20 like a few days ago. And he's like AIW go for broke. So I'm like, what? This dude, and all I did was a jobber match. Like I got squashed and he Venmoed me $20 just for like,
wow.
I screenshot it. It was so funny.
I'm gonna start doing that with my YouTube channel, man.
So in case, hold on, let me get his name. I know I screenshotted this somewhere. His name was like Paul something.
If you're watching right now, Venmo me $20. See if this works.
Paul, if you're watching right now, I love right here. Paul paid you $20 and W go for broke. Thank you, Paul.
Man, that's funny.
I was shook. I was like, what the
man. So speaking of combat sports. It's kind of transition into like it's he's making a name for himself a little bit now. I'm kind of
who
Jake Paul.
Oh, bro, Jake Paul.
Oh my God.
Problem child. All right. So, first of all, let's back up. Did you watch UFC 261? I think it was 267. It was last Saturday.
No.
Oh my God, there was 3 title fights. Okay,
I wanted to. I saw that broken leg, and that
dude,
was the most disgusting
it was
thing I've ever seen.
Okay, so the Chris Weidman's the dude who broke his leg. Okay,
yeah.
Like 6 years ago, he faced Anderson Silva, and Anderson Silva broke his leg the same way.
Yeah,
and it's just crazy how. Oh my God, dude, that leg broke was so nasty. Like,
I
wanted to puke. Like,
and he doesn't even realize that it's broke.
Oh,
so,
and then he steps on it.
Oh, folds it in half,
bent like this. Oh my God, I don't know how the bone did not pop out.
Dude, it was
wild.
Easily the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Okay, so not only that happened, but before that match, another dude broke his leg.
Really?
Yeah, but it didn't break that bad. He was still walking on it. He's like, "Come on, let me fight." They had to end it. So we got 2 leg breaks in that fight, and then the 3 title fights. So one title fight, it was Thug Rose. Do you know Thug Rose, the bald girl? She's like my favorite ever. And she just returned, and she faced this Chinese girl. I can't remember her name, but she's so good. She made that one girl's head like alien sized. If you remember that fight.
No.
But anyways, she knocked her out in the first round, like head kick. Just knocked her unconscious. Thug Rose won the belt back, and everybody was going crazy. So that happened. The Jorge fight.
Masvidal, yeah.
Jorge got knocked the fuck out. Dude, right hand laid him out cold. And this dude got a picture about it of it. It was trending. It like shows like the water like just splashing out in his fist, just coming down, and he's just like,
oh my god.
It was so gross. But no, that was like one of the best pay-per-views they've had in a long time. Like where like people probably felt like they got their money's worth instead of like the 1 minute round fights, you know?
Right.
That's garbage.
And I remember it was I remember if it was like February. I think it was February. Sometime in February, I went back up to Bowling Green, and I was at a friend's house for a little bit. We watched the Conor McGregor fight, and I was so hyped for the fight the entire night. Then he gets like,
is that Poirier fight?
Yeah, he gets knocked out
Dude.
so fast. I think it was first round.
Yeah. They're fighting again. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think McGregor is going to be able to do it. And McGregor's already calling out the dude who knocked out Jorge.
Yeah,
like,
I saw him do that. Yeah.
That dude would knock him out. No way. No way. So, I'm trying to think of the other girl's fight that happened, but I can't remember. It was, I don't know. The girl who does like she's kind of like a French girl, but she does like a dance after every fight. She wins and she won. She killed them. Who's that? Elizabeth. She said, Jesse.
Elizabeth, what up?
What up? Oh yeah, Jake Paul. I don't know, man. I think it was fixed. You see Ben Askren smile afterwards, bro. Wow. Didn't you send me the post-fight interview? He's like, I'm walking out with $1 million. You know, it is what it is. I'm like,
I completely get like him being excited. I could see why people think it was scripted. Like I was kind of even like, this seems a little sus. But I can't stand Jake Paul. And like Tanner is so about it. Tanner's like, yes, I love it. Just
he loves Jake Paul.
He doesn't. I think he doesn't really care for Jake Paul. I think he's all about the hate that he receives and him just going out there and winning every time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, it makes me hate him even more because he keeps winning.
Dude, I like the nickname though, Problem Child.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense.
Yeah, but
well, Logan messed up a little bit back in what was that, 2017?
With the Suicide Forest? Yeah, man.
But he's grown so much, and he runs an awesome podcast. Mm-hmm. Like, you just tell that everything's changed about him.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of made me mad. Like, watching WrestleMania and seeing the reception that he got, like, he just got booed like crazy. So.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, well, the reason why I wasn't so upset that my money just got totally just like scammed. But, dude, Pete Davidson and Snoop Dogg is the funniest duo ever. One thing, okay, Jake Paul's so mad at Pete Davidson for what he did, but like he didn't. It was entertaining. Okay, Pete Davidson goes into Jake Paul's locker room, talks shit about Ben Askren, and then goes to Ben Askren's locker room and talks shit about Jake Paul. It was so fucking funny.
It was so good.
Oh my god. He's like, yeah, man, that Jake Paul, he's such a tool, man. Just such a tool.
Yeah, dude, Pete. I used to not like Pete Davidson, but like he's starting to grow on me, and he's pretty funny. Like he was really entertaining for the commentary during that.
He goes, he's like, yeah, you know how low boxing has gotten. They got me hosting the show. And it's just so crazy that like there's people in prison for life for like having weed on them. And you just got Snoop Dogg just smoking a whole blunt. In the show, just dude, nobody can tell Snoop Dogg anything. Like,
no,
the people that are like, man, we're getting contact time for being in here.
Yeah, I've always thought that too. Like, it blows my mind that people are like doing serious jail time for this, and then there's
having like a little dime bag or something like that. You know?
Yeah, and then there's celebrities that just get away with it for how many times have we gone to a concert and
I've been to Blossom and people are just like, yo,
right.
handed out.
Like Florida Georgia Line literally goes on stage and
Oh yeah.
they're like, "Man, it smells like you guys are having a good time out there." It's like most people get charges for that, but like if you're a
Not
celebrity,
only that, like the Wiz Khalifa concert,
yeah,
dude.
It was Wiz Khalifa and Snoop went on tour one time, didn't they? I believe
They
Wiz-
might have, but I'm talking about when Lil Skies was with Wiz Khalifa. But no, I think Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa definitely went on tour together.
Man. Yeah, at that point you're not breathing oxygen anymore.
Yeah, you're not. Those concession people were probably just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
wild.
Concession sales probably went through the roof that night, though.
Yeah, right. They got, all the funnel cakes are gone and everything.
All the funnel cakes are gone.
That's so funny. You probably got like the parents there that just go there to sit in the back. Even though I highly doubt there's any parents like how there is at Blossom for Wiz Khalifa, but like just saying, like there are probably people in the back that don't smoke and got contact high for the first time. Like,
Right, they're like, what is going on?
what is this?
Why can I smell the color blue?
That's so funny.
Yeah, speaking of which, concerts are making their way back to Ohio.
MGK just released his tour schedule. Oh my gosh.
So when is he coming to Ohio?
He's coming to Cleveland. Well, he's coming to Cincinnati, Ohio, September.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not going to that because I'm not going to be 21. I turned 21 in October. I'm waiting until I turn 21. But
Understand.
he's coming to Cleveland December 18th. And I will probably visit if I'm still in Georgia. Who knows?
Yeah.
But if I'm still in Georgia, I'll definitely come visit back and go to the Rocket Mortgage. And I'm definitely getting a floor seat so I can stand up.
Yeah.
But he's also going to be in Pennsylvania October 30th, which I might go to that. I don't know. I'm going to have to plan it out.
I don't know, man.
I didn't see
It's
he's coming to Georgia.
MGK in Cleveland. Like MGK in Cleveland. I have to go see that.
Let me see if he's going to Georgia at all. I would hope he is.
And I know that Thomas Rhett is going to be at Blossom.
Man, I can't go to that.
I know. I'm not going to be able to go to it either. I'm going to be on vacation. But
Yeah, he's not even going to Georgia. He's going to Minneapolis. He's going to Indiana. That's cool. Yeah, no, Cincinnati, Ohio is going to be September 22nd. Huh. Yeah, December. And oh, dude, this makes it even better. The Cleveland show is his last show of the tour.
oh,
So
dude.
it's like the first and last show of the tour that's going to be the wildest. Like
He did that on purpose. He did that on purpose.
Yeah, you know that's about to be wild.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I have to go. I'm going. I don't care. I'm going to that. That's going to be so wild. SOS, I'm coming.
I gotta think what. I think it was Florida Georgia Line. That was the last concert I went to.
Yeah, I think that's safe for me too.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. That was such a long time ago. I remember being in the dorm in Bowling Green buying those tickets. We bought it like 4 months in advance. Do you remember that? We're in Tanner's dorm room when he was with Noah and Kareem and all them.
Was that the weekend that it was just me and you?
No, it was everybody. It was the first weekend I've ever went down to Bowling Green. We bought tickets to Florida Georgia Line. I remember that.
I feel like I remember that. I'm in the Erie, PA, and his second last shows in Pittsburgh, but Cleveland, Pittsburgh, about 2 hours away from me. Maddie, it's Cleveland show. You better go.
Go to both. Go to both.
Or if you're just rich, go to both. But which one should I consider going to? Cleveland,
for sure.
MGK's a Cleveland dude. His last show
He
of
did
his
that on purpose.
tour.
You're right.
Oh,
for
100%.
sure.
100%. He did that on purpose. His last show of his tour is going to end in Cleveland?
Oh, bro, and I'll be 21. Oh.
Dude, I can't wait now. I'm like, oh my God. I'm just curious. I'm going to see if I can find, like, when do those tickets drop?
Tomorrow.
They drop tomorrow?
Pre-sales tomorrow. Tickets on sale Friday.
Wow. I'm dropping so much money.
Dude, I'm honestly thinking I should buy tickets now because, like, I don't see them not selling out. And especially with COVID restrictions. Well,
yeah.
COVID restrictions aren't going to be a thing in December. No way.
No way.
Because Cedar Point already said that you don't have to wear masks unless you're inside the gift shops and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. They just said that today. You don't have to wear a mask outside or anytime unless you're inside a building.
So I was gonna say something. I totally forget what it was. But yeah, like okay, yeah, I'm definitely buying tickets like Friday or like whenever pre-sale is if I somehow find a way to do that. Because I'll be 21 in July.
Hey, December.
Oh man, it's about to go crazy. Yeah, you and your boyfriend better come up to the Cleveland show for that. Seriously, it's about to be crazy.
Oh, I didn't even see their special guests. Oh, I don't know any of these people.
So yeah, because people are gonna buy those tickets and double them because they know it's the Cleveland show and people will pay it.
Yeah, so pre-sale tomorrow, tickets on sale Friday.
So who's he bringing with him?
Carol's daughter. Don't know who that is. JXDN. Don't know who that is.
Jaden's pretty good.
You know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
I might know if I heard a song. Kenny Hoopla. And that's just like the pre-people. He could be bringing like Mod Son with him to do songs. Ian Dior, whatever his name is.
Dude, if Ian Dior comes,
yeah.
oh my god.
What's the other guy's name? Youngblood. Bring Youngblood too, for sure.
Dude, I'm a big Ian Dior fan, big MGK fan, so
pre-sale tomorrow. I'll take some stuff. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm going to that for sure.
Yeah.
But I just need to get 4 seats because I don't want to. I cannot sit in a Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse seat while MGK is playing. I can't. I'm gonna have to go on the floor. Like there's no way.
I don't know, man. Because if I spend all that money, I better have quick and easy access to a bathroom if I'm on the floor. Because if I'm sitting like front row, right by the stage.
I never been to a concert there in the Rocket Mortgage, so I don't know how it works. Like,
I'm sure that they'll allow people to like stand next to the stage, assuming everything's like.
I mean, I don't really care to be next to the stage, really.
But I'm saying, like, if that were to happen,
I just don't want to have like a seat like this where I have to listen to his music going like this, sitting in the seat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's understandable.
I like if it was like a House of Blues kind of. That's what I mean, like a standing room only, like something like that. That's what I want to get like tickets to.
Yeah.
They even offer that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm on the floor, I'm wondering how I'm getting to the bathroom.
Just whip it out.
Like, I'm not trying to fight 10 rows of people that are standing over top
too.
And like it's easy because like we've done it at Blossom and stuff like that, but it's just I feel like it'd be a different animal indoors.
Dude,
Rocket Mortgage.
I feel like he could easily go to Blossom, but December, I can't do that. But
right, I'm kind of surprised it's not like having anything in the summer.
Yeah, for sure.
When does that tour start?
September was one of those like first shows. It starts September 9th in Minneapolis. Yep. That's gonna be wild. God, I can't wait for him because
Who's like name like your top 3 concerts that you've been to?
Russ was a good one. Well, I haven't been that many. I'd say Russ and Florida Georgia Line are my top 2.
Russ and Florida Georgia Line.
Zach Brown Band was pretty good too. And then I went to Rascal Flatts was better than Zach Brown Band. I'll take that back.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, so I'd say Russ was number 1, Florida Georgia Line, and Rascal Flatts. I was supposed to go to Rascal Flatts farewell tour, but COVID. And I was supposed to go to Nickelback too. Nickelback would have been so good.
Nickelback, gosh.
People hate on Nickelback so much now. I think everybody just low key loves them, but
I don't mind them.
It was like a funny trend to hate on Nickelback, I think.
Yeah, I think it was the popular thing to do.
Yeah, everybody's like, fuck Nickelback. I'm like, why? I love Nickelback.
Right. No, yeah, I definitely I don't mind Nickelback. I don't know if I go see him in concert though. I don't know if I'm that much of
I honestly only know like 3 or 4 songs.
You were like, yeah, let's just go to concert.
Yeah, I mean it's Blossom. I don't care.
That's true.
I just like the experience of Blossom.
I haven't really liked
Post Malone. Oh my god, I would die to go to Post Malone concert.
I want to see Post Malone really bad. Like Post Malone he was in Cleveland with 21 Savage at one point, and I tried to get tickets, and they were like $250. Like, and that was before beer bongs and Bentleys, so it was just strictly the first album.
wild.
Yeah, I was like, God, I
Did
want
you listen to his He did like
yes, his country mashup.
Yes, that was so good.
God, Post Malone is so talented. I want to now that I know like. Now that he's got more stuff, I would spend so much money.
I was listening to that country mashup, and I remember he's like after one song, he's like, "Do you guys got a bedtime?"
Yes.
And they're like, "No." He's like, "Cool, neither do I."
He's so funny. We toured with 21 Savage. It was an amazing concert. I'm jealous because that was like $250 for tickets, and I was like, I can't really afford that right now because all I do is deliver kitchen appliances to people's houses. But yeah, I would say, what else have I really? I feel like I've only really seen country concerts, and like that's not a bad thing, but I want to see. I want to see more. I want to see like what a rock concert's like, what a pop concert's like, what a hip hop concert's like.
I heard that like rock concerts are like more chill because they're like there for the music, like to just listen, you know. And like obviously country concerts are the craziest people say because it's just full of
bunch of girls trying to get
drunk girls just trying to get wasted.
Yeah.
They don't know the fucking songs. It's like, yeah, give me my Bud Light.
Oh my God, Tim Chesney's my favorite. I'm like, you moron.
Not even singing the lyrics. It's like, I love this song.
Oh man. So, I don't know. What else you got?
I want to show you this match, but they obviously can't see it, but we can kind of describe what we're seeing.
Okay.
So I want to describe it to you first. I'm going to show Jesse this. So there's like professional wrestling, which is like WWE. Okay. Then there's GCW, which is an underground company that does deathmatch wrestling. And deathmatch wrestling is, okay, first of all, it's like 110% real. Okay. This shit's real as fuck. They use light tubes. They use like carpet strips. They use anything that's like fucking crazy to use as a weapon. They use.
Wait, okay. What's a light tube?
Like okay, there's none in here.
Oh, you mean just like
a light tube?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, like they use for gym lights and shit.
Yeah.
Like a light tube. They use those, you know.
As weapons?
Yeah, and they use skewers. So you like, you know, like those things that make shish kebabs, you know. Mm-hmm. They'll grab a pack of skewers and put them in someone's head and like jab them in and then let go and they fucking fly out.
Yeah, I saw that at
Mega. Right?
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Okay, so my cousin had a match here. Okay, this was the biggest show ever in independent wrestling, or like of the year. It is like their Mania, whatever. This was on Mania weekend. So there's like 4,000 people here. Okay, and he had this match with this dude Masada, and Masada he's like a deathmatch legend. So he's been doing this shit for a long time. But yeah, dude, this match is. And I saw Atticus after this match. He came back home or whatever. And this was in Tampa. And this dude just had cuts like all over here. His back was and he does death matches a lot. He's got scars all over his back, just like open wounds all the time. But okay, so I'm gonna play this sound of this. The promo package is pretty cool. So he's talking about Masada. All right, so that's Leo Rush. He does GCW now because obviously he's released or whatever. But okay, so this is the promo package, okay?
I mean, yeah, I've been such a huge fan ever since I first saw him wrestle. I was probably like 12 years old, sitting in the back of class on my friend's iPod Touch, watching Masada matches.
Oh, shit. That's Masada, though. This is just like stuff he's done. He just looks like a beast.
Back in 2015 was one of my top priorities to face Masada, but it just seemed like unreachable at the time. So I said, fuck it. I'll get his attention a different way.
Like those skewers. That's probably selling my goal.
Yeah.
Skip the match, honestly. All right, so see how many people there? Like this is wild. That's Atticus. And like, see those boards? Those are skewers just sticking out of the board.
God.
This is okay. It gets fucking wild, man. Let me just skip to when the match is going. Oh, okay, wait. I'll skip a little bit too far. Okay, yeah. You see, like he's just sticking them in the skewer.
Yeah.
Bro.
So this is like a first reaction type thing for me. Because this is a completely different type of wrestling. This is like
wild.
Tables with a bunch of skewers sticking out of them.
That's kind of stick. Just smacking them with it. And like, dude, people just like pay to see this. Like, I don't understand. Like, I guess I get it, whatever. But I don't. You would never catch me doing this.
I'm not doing it, but I'll probably pay somebody else. Pay to watch somebody else do it.
Right? Like, it's just wild.
Didn't even need the ropes for an assist. Just did it.
That's wild.
Right off the apron. Hot dog in the moonsault. Wakes off. Look at that. Look at the strength of Masada.
Do you remember Virgil?
Talking about this earlier.
He's like he's a really old manager back in the day. Like managed Ted DiBiase or $1 Million Man or whatever. He's not really big, but he was here doing some stuff with him. But I just gotta show you this part. Where's it at? Oh, like look at that! Oh my god! Like it's just a silent. Wait till you see when he grabs a toothpick board, dude. This is fucking wild.
Only reason I would ever run towards Masada is if someone was trying to kill me, and in the hopes that Masada would kill them. Right. That's it. And it wouldn't be because he wanted to help me. It would just be random.
Oh, dude. Somebody was on this podcast or whatever, and they're reviewing the AIW episode, and they're talking about me. So it was weird to hear like someone talk about me on a podcast. That like wasn't mine.
Was it good things?
Yeah, they were like, yeah, oh yeah, like look at that. That's a toothpick board. There's just toothpicks just sticking out. Watch this is wild. Look at this.
Oh no, dude.
Bro, no, just look.
Jesus.
Look at those toothpicks. Oh my god. Okay, can we turn the camera and just show them what these toothpicks are like?
Oh my god.
These are toothpicks, okay? In his back. Just sticking out of his back. This is wild. Like,
Ugh.
oh my god.
That's worse than any thumbtack, I'll tell you that.
And look, he just puts them on his head.
Nah, dude. Nah, I'm out. I'm out. Jesus.
Like, look at that. Sticking in the back of his head, just a toothpick. And then they're just pulling him out. This is wild, man. I don't know. I'll show you more later, but this is just wild.
They're gonna have you doing that dumb shit in Georgia.
Dude, I can't. No way. And another thing that confused me though is that he's like, yeah. He's like, you don't even really have to be a good wrestler to make it here. You just have to be a good person. But like he told me that, but then he told me like we're gonna tell you if you're good or not in the 12 weeks. So I was like, oh, okay, well I don't know which one is which.
Yeah, that's a little
But like
confused.
I'll try to be all those things, man, or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
It's so weird. That's so funny. Anyways, things are getting dark anyway. This hour went by fast, didn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Well, you got anything else you want to talk about?
What other crazy hot topics have been happening lately? The fact that it snowed in Ohio during springtime. Maybe.
Yeah, what a surprise there.
That was wild. I honestly can't believe that.
I just can't believe that today was like 40 something, and tomorrow's gonna be like 80.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Drives me nuts. Okay, so random question: what is your favorite thing or things to get from Chipotle? And fuck snow.
their Sprite.
Yeah, I
Masterpiece.
almost walked out without the Sprite, and I'm pretty sure Christian would beat me up.
Bon appetit. I love the Sprite. So good.
Okay, so if I'm at Chipotle, my go-to order is white or brown rice. I'm good with either. No beans, steak. Also, this is like for a bowl because I end up just like eating half of it and then putting the rest in the tortilla. Steak, mild and corn, sour cream, cheese, lettuce. And yeah, that's it. That's mine. And this dude, I don't even want to talk about his order. This dude gets a chicken and cheese quesadilla, bag of chips, and a side of sour cream. It says gourmet.
Dip it in that sour cream. So good.
Yeah, he gets the chips for the sour cream. Like,
you guys need to try it. Dip your chips in sour cream. It'll change your life. Really not healthy for you, but it's really good.
No, not at all.
So good.
Yeah.
Chipotle
is too. So have you ever had like Qdoba?
No.
You ever had Moe's?
I have tried Moe's. Like I've tried other people's Moe's.
Moe's is good. All right, so Chipotle is good for like the all around experience. Qdoba is fresher than Moe, or Qdoba is fresher than Chipotle. With
fresher with Chipotle.
Might have to stop.
I want to know.
I'll get Chipotle on my way home from work tomorrow before my night class. It sounds so good. It's so good. I don't even want to talk about how much money I probably spent on Chipotle. It's probably so much money.
Get them chips and sour cream.
No, don't do that. If you do that and send me a Snapchat of it, I'm probably gonna block you. Qdoba is like, it's fresh in my opinion compared to Chipotle. Sometimes you get something like, you can tell it's kind of been there for a minute.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I agree.
Yeah, and like Moe's, their queso is really good. Qdoba.
See, Chipotle. Okay, I don't know what your thoughts are about their queso now, but so they had the old queso that was disgusting, and then they went on a break, and then they come back with like, this is the brand new queso, so good. I mean, I don't know. It was okay, but I didn't really like it that much.
I didn't mind the taste of the queso.
It's a texture.
The texture.
Yeah, that's what.
The texture was like, this isn't queso.
And they really. This isn't queso.
This isn't queso, man. It's like milk.
Oh, ugh. And like they really hyped it up too. They're like, this queso's back and it's better than ever.
I was so excited when it first came out,
Shit.
and then I was like slightly let down.
But no, Moe's queso is good. I've tried Moe's queso.
Moe's queso is good. Qdoba's got 2 different quesos you could choose from, and they're both pretty good. You can and their guac is free at Qdoba.
Oh, really?
So you go to Qdoba, you get free guacamole. Like, come on.
Guacamole.
But
guacamole.
So
That's a great song.
That's a song?
Yeah, you never heard the guacamole song?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The peely avocado. Peely. You never heard that? Are you kidding me?
I'm so serious.
Oh
no,
my
we're not
gosh.
listening to it.
We gotta show this man. No, okay. Listen, I'll play it if someone right now comments that they've heard of the guacamole song. Like, this is a trend. People know this. I can't believe you've never heard of that song. That blows my mind, honestly.
I was too busy listening to Nickelback. Sorry.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm showing you anyways. Oh, she has. Yep.
What kind of friend are you, man?
Thank you very much. Okay, we're not gonna play the whole thing, but okay.
This is a thing. Like,
Yep.
This is
legit. Okay, we're gonna play the whole thing in 19 seconds. Okay. What are your thoughts there, Jesse?
Y'all have really just sat down and watched this before. You really like went on YouTube and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna watch the Guacamole song today because my day's been going bad. Like, all right. Anyways,
That was great.
we're
That
not
was
talking about that.
fantastic.
No, we're done. We're not talking about that. No, Maddie.
That was fantastic. Wow. What a good song. Anyways, let's get back to what we're talking about. Free guacamole at a.
So, what's kind of like the? I guess we'll probably get ready to wrap this up. What's the plan for the future for you? Like, where do you see yourself in the next year or two?
Well, what the? That was weird.
You trying to snap pictures?
It was
of me?
like, that was weird. I don't know.
I know I'm cute.
Anyways,
like,
so that's wrong. Moved to Georgia, yes. And I hope after the 12 weeks they tell me to stay. So I stay, train more, and I hope I can get an internship or get invited to go on AEW Dark, which is, you know what that is? You know AEW Dark?
I'm assuming it's like their house shows.
Yeah, it's kind of like their YouTube shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like dark matches, obviously. But yeah, beyond that, because all the graduated trainees have been on there on AEW Dark and like wrestled like Chris Jericho or Joey Janela or Darby Allin. Like they wrestled them just to get squashed or like just to show, and do that because other trainees have been signed too. So
That's crazy.
that would be the biggest thing is to get signed. But even if not, my main goal is to go there, do what I do, get invited to stay, and then go on AEW Dark. Because if I do that, then obviously that's like big doors for like smaller
Right.
companies to be like, oh, we can promote him because he's been shown his face all over the world now. Like, because they get like 500,000 viewers like weekly watching their show.
Really?
So like, yeah, that would be a goal. So hopefully within the next year or two, I am on AEW Dark, either signed and best friends with Cody Rhodes.
Wow.
What's your plans for the
Not that, I guess. I mean, it's pretty big, and then here I am. I don't know. This time next year, I'll be getting ready to graduate,
Oh,
and after that, I've already been kind of like looking around at some potential job sites and stuff like that. I know that there's opportunities in like Texas A&M, University of Connecticut, for working with their football teams. So
that would be
it would
huge.
be making a move somewhere. I don't know. Pete Horner, I don't know if you're watching this, but he's got a pretty big phone call. I'm not gonna speak on it too much, but if he's not watching this right now, he's on a pretty big phone call, and he says that wherever he's probably gonna end up going, he's like, yeah, they might need a strength coach. So
Oh,
I don't know. I might follow him there. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but
I feel like we're all like since like 2018, we're all like doing like pretty big things, like Tanner
Yeah.
working for Progressive.
Tanner with the Cleveland Indians.
It's just wild. Because
Yeah.
we used to talk about that stuff back then. We're like, man, we're gonna do this one day or whatever, and like now we're doing it. It's just
Yeah.
crazy to think about.
It's life kind of comes at you quick. Like, I feel like yesterday I was hanging out with, you guys all the time and just going to Indians games or whatever, just doing a bunch of random stuff. And then now I'm like, okay, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? What am I going to do for a career? Where am I going to live? And I think Texas A&M would be like, it would be cool, but I feel like the only social life there would be the college kids.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I want to go somewhere, probably Northeast or like Carolinas or something like that, and just trying to meet a bunch of new people. I want to live in like a bigger, not like I don't want to live in like downtown New York or something like that, but I want to live in like a bigger city because I've been stuck in LaGrange my whole life. So
Yeah,
it'd be cool to get out and actually like find ways to meet new people. But
for sure.
I'm just ready to be done with college, man. I feel like I've been going at this for a little too long.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
That is the plan indeed. It's funny, like we would look back this whole year and be like, dang, this happened, that happened.
Yeah, right. Well, I just want to say it's kind of crazy. My phone hasn't lit up with a $20 Venmo donation, so I don't know what you guys are doing.
Nothing on mine yet either.
But no, I'm just playing. We're probably about done, right? I don't know. You got anything else you want to talk about?
No, not this week.
Not this week.
Maybe next week. Who knows?
Well, I don't know if anybody else watching out there has any other questions. If so, drop them down. But if not, I'm probably going to peace out of here. Now that I've consumed all my Chipotle.
A-Town.
All right, man. I think we're probably about to end stream.
Yes, sir. See you guys.
All right. Appreciate y'all for watching.
Next time. Boo!